IP farms. Well, we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to do a little review video on the Saker electric mini chainsaw. If you've been around my channel very long and follow anybody else that has channels, you've probably seen this review already. And I debated on it when they reached out to me about doing it, but actually I have an intended use in mind, and I have since I first saw the video about this little chainsaw. So we're going to put it to the test and see what happens, more so on the user-friendly aspect of it rather than the quality of the machine itself. I mean, I'll show you some highlights here or there about what you know, what features it has, what I do like, what I don't like, but the main thing is I'm looking forward to showing you what I think it will be perfect at if you're doing the kind of stuff that I do around the farm. So stay tuned. Guys, trying to stay out of the camera as much as I can. I've already cut the cellophane off, get the saw out. There it is. Pretty lightweight actually, not too bad. It's a lot smaller than what it seems to be on camera. Charger, of course, 20 volt battery. I know my review skills are probably not the best here. Max 20 volt Saker battery, Saker, however you want to say that. Little thing of oil. It does not have an oil reservoir on the saw, so you have to put oil on the chain, which is not really that big of a problem. Wrench, I assume, for adjusting the chain, probably, and the screwdriver. So put the battery on. See, I don't think it's got a, yeah it does, it's got an indicator. It's showing full charge. That's ironic. Oh wow. Let's see. Do not cut wood which is more than 4 inches. Do not overpress the machine when cutting wood. When the machine is not used for a long time, please fully charge it and then store it. So it's saying store it with the battery fully charged. I kind of like that. I think this is really going to come in handy for what I want to do with it today. So let me get a little oil in the chain. It feels like the adjustment's fine, and we'll go head out and see if this is going to work for what I want it to work for. I did want to show this right quick. I was just looking for the charging port. So the charging port is actually in the battery itself, so you have to remove the battery from the saw to charge it, which is not a big deal because it's a little less cumbersome than having the chainsaw with the sharp edges around. But charging port is in the battery. It does not have it on the saw itself. I'm not sure if you saw that a while ago, but it's showing full charge, so I'm going to put it on just for a few minutes to make sure, and then we'll head out. Alright guys, one of the first things when I saw this product that I was interested in was these tree limbs. Now I've gone around the whole farm, you know, and uplifted with a pole saw from the ground. You look at ones, you think, well, they're high enough, and then you come back along, they're not. These are a set that actually hit the pipe on the 1086, and we're out here in the field. So instead of having to drag the pole saw down here or a big cumbersome chainsaw, because I'm actually standing on the tire of the 1086, don't do what I do, do what you do. But I'm able just to reach up here with this little chainsaw. Look at that. That's perfect. Over here, you can't see me probably. Now, we're plenty high enough. That took all of about 10 seconds actually. Took me longer to get out here than it did to cut it. So, I like it. We're not just gonna cut one or two. Let's keep digging. Alright guys, I want to stop a minute and tell you, so far so good on a little saw. It's working perfect, and it's exactly what I was hoping it would be as far as user friendly in a tractor or combine, whatever piece of equipment you might be down in the field with. Now, I'm not saying that you should be climbing around all over a piece of equipment, trimming some limbs or whatever, but I'll tell you, with a little saw that weighs less than 2 pounds and, you know, very small little blade, a guard on it, and you have to have, you know, if it falls out of your hands, it comes to immediate stop. So it's a whole lot safer than anything with a chainsaw or other pole saw, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of time or space to do it. I bush hauled yesterday down here for several hours, and a lot of these limbs we trimmed this morning smacked me in the face. They've bent the tip on the 1086 exhaust, and it just doesn't warrant coming down here and wasting a half a day with a pole saw walking around trying to trim them up, because there's so many other things that I could be doing. So utilizing a little saw today for that. Second purpose is, if you guys use GoPros with the magnets on it, you're actually magnetized to the blade of the little saw while we're taping this. So let's get back after and see what we can come up with. Alright, we're going to say this is wrapped up on the Saker electric mini chainsaw. I like it, I really do. I got a little carried away with it as far as cutting. A local limb had fallen down, showed you that. Probably got 10-15 cuts there. Probably 75 to 80 cuts altogether. We were down to one battery light. It did cut off mid-cut. It didn't give me any warning. It just basically was cutting fine and then stopped, which that's kind of the, I guess it's a lithium battery, yeah. But I let it sit, you know, coming back up here, and it's got a little bit of juice back. But ease of operation, that's what this review was about. Set on the dash of the 1086 all day. You know, I even forgot it had this little lantern, so I mean, if you had something you could hang it up, you know, in your combine or in your tractor. Very, very, very handy. I mean, even, you know, to the point where I was walking along, grabbing limbs down and cutting them. I mean, it doesn't weigh anything. I should weigh it, I guess. Probably 16, 18 inches long, but I'm not even going to say it weighs more than 2 pounds. But I'm pleased with it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Check them out. Saker They do the, I know a couple of people have done the review videos on the grease, the kind of like the lock-in grease ends. I think Andy did one of those too, but I like this little chainsaw. I might have a possibility of another one as well to do a review on, and if so, we're going to do a comparison between the two and see which one does the best, because my wife definitely wants one of them. But I'm pleased. It'll always be in 1086 or the combine for sure. I know I hit a couple limbs going down an opposite field the other day with Glenda going out to the oak patch. So anyway, enough of me babbling. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate you following along. I know this was a little bit different, but I want to give you the real world example of what we could do with this little chainsaw, and I'm pleased with it. So guys, check them out, and if you're interested, and we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. Until then, thank you.